Hello guys, welcome back to my channel JMeter Consultant. My name is Altaf Hussain Huddar. In today's video, I am going to explain you about how to make use of assertions in JMeter. I have already made another video on assertions in JMeter. I would suggest you go through that video as well. I have provided you a link in the I button. Please click on that link and watch that video. That is also a more informative video where I have explained how to make use of response assertion and JSR 223 assertion, which is a script assertion to validate data from the API responses. So let me begin with today's video. Let me first create a post request in JMeter. I've already opened a JMeter here. Let me name the test plan as assertions demo 2. Control S will save this test plan as .jmx file. Click on save. Right click on test plan and add a thread group. Rename the thread group as assertions demo 2 and save. Right click on thread group, add a simple controller. Name it at a high level verification of patient details, because in this controller I want to create a patient detail and then I would like to verify if the details of the patient are stored properly. To do that, let me right click on simple controller, add a sampler HTTP request, name it as create a patient. Let me quickly configure this request. It's a post request. Let me provide the path and also pass the body data which I have already copied. Here the resource type is patient, the name of the patient is Peter James and the family name of the patient is Chalmers. I want this data to be stored in the database. In order to execute this request, let me add a config element, that is HTTP header manager, where I would like to pass a header content type. Provide the value, save this. Also add a simple assertion, that is response assertion, to check the response of the request to make sure the execution of the request is successful. Here I would like to apply this assertion to main sample only, and I would like to check the response code of this request, which equals to 201 created response. If you want more details on this response assertion, you can watch the another video I have made on the assertions, where I have clearly explained in detail about all these fields. Okay, so let me quickly add a listener to check the result of this request. Right click on the thread group and add listener view results tree. So in order to check the results, let me quickly run this. Click on start button. As you see, this request got executed successfully, which has given me 201 created response, and it also has the response data as same as we have sent, which is resource type patient, name of the patient is Peter James and the family name is Chalmers. The next step is to showcase how to use size assertion. The size of this response in bytes is 757. So in order to make sure it's not exceeded more than 1000 bytes, I have to add a size assertion. To add that, right click on HTTP sampler, add assertions, size assertion. Name it as verify response size and save. So these are the fields where we can apply this assertion. We can check main sample and subsamples both, the size of it. We can check the size of only the main sample or the subsample or any JMeter variable. We need to pass the name of that variable here to check its size. This time I will check the size of only the main sample. This is the field where we can apply the response size test. We can check it for full response, for the response headers, for response body alone, for response code or the response message. In this request, I would like to check the size of the response body, which I want it to be lesser than 1000 bytes. I want to validate if it is less than 1000 bytes. As we know, the size of the response body is 757 bytes. Here I will check if it is less than 1000 bytes. So let me execute this request and show you. Let me clear this and click on start. As you can see, the request got executed successfully. It's 201 created response, and as the size of the body is 757 bytes, hence this request got executed successfully because it is lesser than the 1000 bytes which we have provided the condition in the size assertion. So in order to check if it is working properly, we can change the value of 1000 bytes to 500 bytes. I would like to check it if the response is lesser than 500 bytes, because I know that it is more than 500 bytes. In this case, I want this request to be failed. Let me check it, clear it and run. This time this request is failed. Why? Because the error message clearly says the result was the wrong size. It was 757 bytes but should have been less than 500 bytes. What we are expecting it to be less than 500 bytes, but it is 757 bytes, hence this request got failed. That means the size assertion here works successfully. Let me change it back to 1000 bytes again. So this way we can make use of the size assertion. Next is, let me demonstrate how to use JSON assertion. Let me first tell you why we use JSON assertion. We use JSON assertions to check the data in the JSON response. As you see, our response data is in JSON format. We want to check some data such as if my resource type we have received is patient or not, if the patient name is properly stored or not, if the family name is properly stored or not, or any other value. In order to check these things, we can make use of JSON assertion. How to check that? Let me right click on create a patient, add assertion, JSON assertion. I will add JSON assertion first. Here I would like to check if the resource type is patient. To check that, let me first rename this, verify resource type. You can pass any comment as well if you want. For now, I will keep this as same as the name of the assertion. The next thing is assert JSON path. We need to pass a JSON path expression here to check for the value of that variable. So as I have to check the value of the resource type, let me copy the key name and pass a JSON path expression. How can I pass it? I can make use of $.resource type. So this is the JSON path expression whose value is patient. I would like to validate if its value is coming as patient only. In order to do that, we need to pass it as the expected value here in this text box. This text box is disabled by default. Additionally, assert value. We need to check this to enable this box and pass the value as the value of the resource type patient. Let me save this. This checkbox here, match as regular expression, will be useful if you pass any regular expression in this field. Otherwise, this is of no use. Let me disable it. We have expect null checkbox as well. If you are expecting null value for this variable, we can check this. Otherwise, it's of no use. And invert assertion. It will fail if above condition is met. If this is checked, then it will be failed. Let us not worry more about this checkbox for now. Let me quickly run this request and check if it's validating my resource type. As you can see, the request got executed successfully. That means the resource type is validated successfully. If you see in the response, we have the resource type as patient. This assertion works perfectly fine. So in order to check if it has worked properly or not, let me just change the value of the resource type as bundle and save this, clear it and execute. It should fail. Yes, it has failed. Why? The assertion failure message clearly stated that value expected to be bundle but found patient. We found patient in the response, but we are expecting bundle, hence it is failed. So this way we can make use of the JSON assertion. Let me go ahead and show you how to assert or how to validate few more values from the JSON response. In this case, I would like to validate first the name of the patient, Peter James. To do that, let me right click on the HTTP sampler, add one more JSON assertion and name it as verify patient first name. Save it. The JSON path expression for the patient first name Peter will be written as, take the first node name. It has an array which has a single element. So let me write JSON path expression for this. Copy name from here, $.name. As it is an array and all the elements are in the 0th position, let me pass the position. Then dot, I am looking for the given name. Let me copy this, pass it here. Given is also an array which contains two names, the first name and second name. I would like to verify the first name in this assertion here. So Peter is present on the 0th position. Let me just pass the 0th position for this. Save this. Additionally, assert a value that should be same as Peter. Let me paste here and save this. Here I am checking the patient first name should be equal to Peter. Let me execute and check if this works. Yes, this has worked successfully. It has checked for patient first name and it has verified it's Peter. Similarly, I would like to verify the patient second name. In order to do that, let me right click on this assertion and duplicate it and just do some tweaking. I will name it as verify patient second name. So here the node is same, name of 0, that is 0th element of the name array, and then first element of the given array, that is James. Let me copy the name and pass the position of the second name. The second name should be James. Let me save this and quickly execute and show you. As you can see, this also executed successfully. This has verified my second name. Similarly, we can duplicate this and verify the patient family name now. Let me check where the family name present in the JSON path. So as you can see, family name is also under name, but it is not an array. It has only one value. So it is simple. We need to pass name of 0 dot, copy the key name family and paste here. And I would like to check if it equals to Chalmers. Control yes and then clear all and execute and check. This request works fine. It has checked the patient family name. As you can see in the response, we have patient family name as Chalmers. This way we can make use of JSON assertion. In this video, we have shown both size assertion and JSON assertion. That's all in the today's video, guys. I would appreciate you to try it and practice. If you find any difficulty in using these assertions, response assertion, size assertion, JSON assertion or JSR 2 to 3 assertions, you can write into comment to me. I would like to help you guys. If you like my video, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. That's all for today's. Signing off, Altaf Hussain.